Thank you for tuning in on the DHSB News. This evening we'll focus on two stories that are talking about community service for the town of Denton. Our first story will begin with a 17-year-old man named Jacob Ayers, who has put in the community service for Denton High School BPA. We will also be talking about an older lady named Dolly Lee, who has helped the town of Denton by putting in her community service also. For more information, we will now go to Morgan Ward.
Jacob Ayers has been collecting paper in these paper bins in every classroom in Denton High School as a BPA community service project.
When I was reading an article from the FFA New Horizons magazine, it was about this kid who did a recycling project, about a paper recycling project. And it turned out that they collected a lot of paper, and I couldn't hardly believe it, so I decided to try it out for myself. I think I've collected over 12 bags. The thing the school goes through most, you would think, would be the paper, because we use it for our assignments, we use it for our notebooks, we use it for our worksheets, for printing pages, for images. A lot of paper goes through this school.
Thank you, Morgan, and thank you, Jacob. Keep up the good work. We will now transition over to Julia Grubb and her interview with Dolly Lee.
When I moved here, it was beautiful when I moved here, and that generation worked so hard 50 years ago to keep it beautiful, to make it beautiful, and that's my goal as I live here, to pass it down to the next generation the way it was passed down to us.
Dolly Lee is an inspiration to many. As a member of our community for about 50 years, she has really been involved and made a huge impact in the members of our society.
For the centennial, we had taken the big tree out by the town hall and leveled that all off and laid sod. And then the gazebo was gifted to the town of Denton by the Leonard Lothian family. We got a crew together and they built the flower bed around the gazebo.
Dolly upkeeps this gazebo. She puts in the lights, she makes sure that it's orchestrated, and she sets up Christmas lights in the winter. She puts flowers in here in the summer, and she really cares for it. However, this is only one of the many things that Dolly does for the Denton community.
We took out the old flower bed that was on the west end of the lot, west of the town hall, and planted that back to sod. And then we done the project at the town hall, refurbished the town hall, and Kristen Coppage helped rock the big pine tree in the Lions Park and spread the rocks there, which was great. Chuck and I had put a flag pole and a flag up at the cemetery. Painting of the sign on the east end of town was just Sam Peck and Kristen Coppage. Sam had a little trouble with the ladder, and it just made it fun. A gentleman from Washington had Washington lights on his license plates on his vehicle. And I was down watering, and he was headed east, and he got as far as the cafe. I was at the Lions Park, and he got as far as the cafe and turned around and come back, and he pulled up alongside of me, and he said, "Ma'am, are you the lady that takes care of the flowers?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "But with help, I have help. I guess I have a lot of time where I don't work full time." And everybody, if I was to do it all by myself, I couldn't. But with the help of the community, it's easy, actually. I guess and people are great, I will mention Jim and Lennis Zeismer. Jim walks every day, and you very seldom ever see Jim Zeismer without a garbage bag. And when he walks downtown, he'll pick up the garbage if there's any garbage. And when you see people older than I am doing that, it makes me feel like, well, if he's, 80 or, I can do that too.
Thank you, Julia, and thank you, Dolly Lee, and thank you for tuning in on DHSB News.